All right. So there's a big name that we need to keep our eyes up for. And if you're a Seinfeld fan, I think you're going to be happy to hear this one. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. So there's this guy. You know what this guy is? Cam Schlittler, right? He's a highly touted pitching prospect for the Yankees. He's a graduate of Northeastern University in Massachusetts. He was a 2022 draft pick of the Yankees. He was a 220th pick in the 7th round. So, and he's already getting recognition as a top 100 prospect in baseball. If you're people are talking about you as a top 100 prospect, then you're legit. Okay. And he's being thought of as a guy, and even Matt Blake has said recently he's something that they'll consider for the second half of the season, especially with Marcus Stroman keeps struggling. It makes more sense to bring in somebody like this at Cam Schlittler. So now, just put this in perspective. Career minor league stats: 15-16 in 53 games, 3.14 ERA, 241 innings pitched with 301 strikeouts. Okay, with a WHIP of 128. But this year, in 14 games, 6-6 with a 2.18 ERA, 97 strikeouts in 74 innings pitched with a WHIP of 114. So 1.14. He is as good as it gets right now, and he's being considered as probably the top Yankee pitcher. I mean, Alan Wine is up here right now, and he'll probably get another start. But there's also some chatter that Schlittler might pitch in his next start, Winan's next start. So we don't know if that's true or not. So, but if we get some news, and we're likely going to get some more roster news today because the Yankees are down 25 right now with JC Escarra going on the paternity list, so they've got to call up somebody. So just make sure that you're subscribed to this channel if you haven't done that yet, okay? And you won't miss anything. So, and I'll make sure that you know the news as it comes in. But Cam Schlittler, this guy is the guy that a lot of people are talking about. It's potentially the next best thing, and this is probably a good reason why. If the Yankees don't go after a starting pitcher at the deadline, it's because of somebody like Cam Schlittler, and it's also because of somebody like Luis Hill also coming back in sometime in July. So they've got these two big arms coming back or coming up. Who would be available at the deadline that could be better than these guys? Not really many people. I mean, if Freddie Peralta gets moved, there's Anthony Alcantara. Those are the only two frontline pitchers that might be moved that we know of. And I don't know if either one of them represents an upgrade over one of these guys, right? So this is going to be interesting to see. But Schlittler is a guy that's starting to be talked about more often than not. And I think he's going to make an impact here with the Yankees. And he's getting better as the seasons go on. As he progresses up through the minor league system, he's getting more dominant. And he's mowing guys down right now. And look at 97 strikeouts, 71 innings pitched. That's an average of about 12, almost 13, about 13 strikeouts per 9 inning. For a starting pitcher, that's pretty darn good. That's almost like Paul Skeens level. And he throws 9,900 miles an hour as well. This guy's got a big power arm and a big fastball. And it's funny because, Ben Hess was the first-round pick last year. Bryce Cunningham was the second-round pick last year. Both got big arms. Bryce Cunningham seems to be a little bit more highly touted than Ben Hess, even though I think he's still on the IL. But Cam Schlittler is the guy right now that everybody's talking about. He's the guy that people have their eyes on, and I'm excited to see whether he's going to come up or not. I think he can have an impact. And again, I think Alan Winans will be better the second time around too. But he's also a journeyman, kind of at a major league level. He's 29 years old, and he's been up here before. He's been hit before, and he's not known to have the nasty strikeout stuff that Schlittler has. And Schlittler is also being compared to Carlos Lagrange, another pitcher for the Yankees who's got lights out stuff too. So there are a couple of promising big arms in the near future that could come up for the Yankees and solidify parts of the rotation here too. So I would definitely stay tuned for that. I'm very, very excited, and hopefully it'll give some good news to report in the near future. But now, the second piece of news I have for you. If you happen to be a Seinfeld, you're a Yankee fan, and you happen to be a Seinfeld fan, guess what? You know what August 21st is going to be? George Costanza bobblehead day. George Costanza bobblehead day, they just announced, going to be on August 21st. So It's a good reason to get tickets to the game on the 21st. And if you happen to want a bobblehead, you can get one there. George Costanza, and he was one of the best parts of the Seinfeld show. Love him. Love Jason Alexander. And if you have, and again, if you're a Costanza fan, I actually liked him more than I liked Kramer. Kramer was nuts, but I liked Costanza a little bit better. He had a little bit more of a dry humor, and I like him. But give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. You excited about Costanza? Are you a Seinfeld fan at all? What are your favorite shows? Do you miss Seinfeld? Do you miss any other show that's not playing anymore? Let's talk about it. Give me some. Let's talk about some TV shows, man. And let's talk about Cam Schlittler. What do you think? Let's get into it. Have a great day, everybody. Be back later with some news. Go Yankees.